Good morning, guys. So how's everyone doing today? Today we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about Eachine. We're going to talk about Lavazza. We'll get into that in a bit. And we're also going to talk about my wall and some other things as well. So this is episode 2 of Losing My Mind. Not all people like this, but some people do. And I don't expect everyone to like it. And I actually like creating this video because it allows me to talk about a lot of things and also makes me feel good. And I think that's what matters here. Most of the things here will not be sugar-coated. That's one thing. The noise testing. Now, many of you like it. A lot of you, some of you don't like it. Some of you think it's useless. However, for example, I'm going to give you a great example. The hobby wing. Not the latest one, the previous one. I've tested it. It burned. And a lot of people said, no, it's bullshit. Your testing is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. All these types of things. That's fine. But then what did we start seeing? Everybody burning it right and left. So what that means is, or what I knew, is if it burns here, it's going to burn in a crash, or probably just a small error, such as a quick short circuit, boom, bye-bye to your FETs. They used baby FETs, and they expected you to know to put the low ESR capacitor, but even then, the FETs were not as strong as they should have been, or as they've been marketed. However, recently they fixed that, which is really great, and it's nice to know. Now, let's talk about my wall space. It's really nice, really huge. And if anyone's interested in renting out a piece, let me know. For example, Lavazza. I have a place for you right there. Contact me. So what is Lavazza? Lavazza is coffee. It's really delicious coffee. And it's what actually makes me work. I turn coffee into videos. And if you haven't tried Lavazza, go try Lavazza. It's really good coffee. It's an Italian coffee. It's like drinking a Ferrari. Now, if you're not into coffee, then I don't know what to tell you. You should try it. If you've tried it, you don't like it, try some other one. It takes time. American coffee is good, but nothing works in your blood like an espresso. Now, let's talk about cigarettes. The other day, I accidentally showed myself with a cigarette in my hand. And people were telling me it's not good. Well, I'd rather quit Snickers than cigarettes. And why would I say such a thing? What the hell, you're stupid? Well, more people die from diabetes than cigarettes. 3 times as much to be exact. Now, is this true? I don't know. I just made it up. So should I quit cigarettes? Yes, I will, eventually. But right now, I just don't feel like it. It gives me something to do sometimes. It's really nice because it just gives you a sense of break. And people understand that. I'm going to go out for a ciggy. That means leave me the fuck alone. I'm going to go take a little break. And nobody says anything. But if you tell someone, oh, I'm going to go out for 10 minutes. They're like, why are you leaving? Stay. We still have a lot of shit to do. See what I mean? It's really nice. When you actually sit down and think about these things, you see different perspectives. And it's actually pretty fun. Now, what do you think about my content? What do you think about these types of videos? They're going to keep coming. Whether you like them or not, I enjoy them. It allows me to talk about whatever I want without it being sugar-coated. So, Lavazza, write me. Now, let's put this to the side. Eachine. Lately, whoever is manufacturing most of your things, not including Happy Model, for example, your Wizard brands, are not doing a really great job. And your main downfall is the ESC. Now, this wouldn't really matter, but the reason why it does matter is because a lot of us started with Eachine products, including myself. Yes, I started with Eachine products. And actually, back then, it was pretty reliable. For example, I remember the Falcon. Do you remember the Eachine Falcon? It had the racer, the Falcon 250 Pro. It was basically a ZMR 250 frame or a blackout frame. It had an SP-F3 on there, F3 flight controller, really nice. OSD, the OSD was separate module. And people were flying it on 3S and 4S. So basically, I started on a 4S. Back then, it was a lot of 3Ss. So maybe I'm the 4S generation. However, back then, I didn't know that much. But what I figured out is I lost my OSD. And why did I do that? How did you lose your OSD? Well, it wasn't really supposed to run on 4S, and the OSD was getting battery voltage or something, and on the 4S it would just blow. But that's fine. That made me learn. That made me do something. But if out of the box my ESC blew and it's flipping, that's not really great. That's not a way to attract new people. You know, because you're going to think it's probably a programming fault. You're not going to know you just burnt one of the ESCs or burnt one of the phases on the motor. It's not really great. Now, why am I saying this? Well, I'm telling you something right here. hire me for 1 month for free. I have a couple products that'll make Eachine go up. And I can do all the testing for you, make sure the product will actually be decent, actually good, before releasing it. And I can guarantee you two things. Your reputation will increase and your income will increase. And why do I say that? Well, because now you're making a reliable, cheap, really great thing. Now it's really scary to test anything Eachine. And I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're going diatone, just keeping the diatone, just adding your Eachine name. Going to T-Motor, adding the Racer Star name. You know? That's not really a way to build your brand. Now it's just like, you just lost touch of trying to do your own thing, because I think you lost quite a lot of money with the screw-ups that have happened lately. Yes, you might sell a ton of them in the beginning, but then when they see it, you know, if someone bought 2 of these and they burned, that's not really good. The goggles are good, they're decent. However, lately you've calmed down. I have a couple ideas for goggles. Really cheap, really good, everybody will love. And they'll be future-proof. Now, I did actually mention this idea. It was kind of like a risk that I took in China. It was my idea. I was planning on doing it once I have some money and go to China. But I said, you know what? I show them a product. I can tell what their engineers, I can tell the engineers what to do. So the engineers don't even have to think. They just make the design. That's it. I tell them what chips needs to be on there. You know, the video IC should be able to handle fast switching speed and deal with non-standard analog video signals. Let's not get into the whole specs of that, because not a lot of people understand that. But it would be a budget goggle that could possibly be the #1 budget box goggle. From there, we don't know what could happen. Now, Eachine, hire me as a consultant and a tester, whatever you want to call it, for 1 month, free of charge. I'm not going to charge you anything. But if you want me there, you just pay for everything, because I can't afford that. And allow me to help you, help the community, and help everybody. It's beneficial for everybody. It's beneficial for myself. It's beneficial for you. It's beneficial for everyone. Some people might disagree. But at the end of the day, when things are actually getting tested and people are seeing the results, then it's good for everybody. And why am I saying that? Well, consistent good results will increase sales, will increase reputation, will increase trust. But to throw shit out and for it to fail and fail and fail, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. Then nobody's really gonna go for that again. And that's it, word of mouth, everybody will start saying it's terrible. I'm afraid to review some of the Eachine stuff now, or even touch it, because I don't know what's gonna happen. For example, Red Devil, that's fine. It's just a happy model, slightly modified as a trash can. Trash can was good. You can't really blame those if they burn the ESC. Those ESCs handled probably like 3.5 amps. It's good that it's even rated for 5 amps and it's handling 5 amps. So, think about it, Eachine. I'll give you a huge product list. Budget, friendly, whatever. I don't even want my own name brand. Just let me show you what I can do. Allow me to unlock my potential to benefit everybody. Because for me, it's like a playground. Just give me the resources I need and just let me be. I know what the market needs. I know what I want. Usually what I want is what people need. And a great example of that are most of my modding videos. Not all of them, but most of them. Maybe not apparent in the beginning, but after a while when the person picks up that goggle and wants, you've upgraded, let's go try that mod. Maybe he even falls in love more with it than his new one that he just purchased. And it happens. It does happen. So, what's the moral of the story here? Eachine, hire me. You have nothing to lose, but only gain. Let's talk about some giveaways. I will be giving away a IOMO V1S for my Patreons. However, new Patreons after today has a separate giveaway of a QX7S. Yes, the S. Maybe with a case, I don't know just yet, depending on how I could package it. But yeah, you'll get that. And I have the charging module for it that I'll put in. Oh, I can't put in the battery. So never mind, forget the charging model thing. But yeah, QX7S. And then you're also eligible for the new Skyzones with OLED. What? Are you serious? Yes, I'm not supposed to say anything, but no sugarcoating. So Skyzone's sending me 2. I told them 1 for my Patreons and 1 for me. And I'm also giving away next month my old Skyzones. I love them, but I have the new ones coming in. So I'm not going to wear them, the older ones anymore. I'll do the bando testing, and then I'm giving it away to my Patreons for next month. This month's Xiaomi V1S. So go, head over to my Patreon, support this channel, and you get some things in return. Now, depending on the amount you put, it's the amount that gets your name in the hat draw. I wrote a little program, and it usually picks out the winners for me. And, well, I'll have some links to some cool things down below, especially my gear. If you could check those out, that's another nice way to support the channel. And that's why I always talk about those. Just to remind you, it's a really nice way to support the channel. Because 1 click a day allows me to feed my kids and also allows the channel to grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.